Growing up, there were many popular cartoons from the Disney afternoon, like DuckTales, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Tailspins, and Goof Troop. They were all awesome. However, one of them is underrated in my opinion, and it's one of my favorites, and that cartoon is Darkwing Duck. DuckTales and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers and Tailspins all got games on the NES, and Goof Troop would come later on the Super Nintendo. But it was only a matter of time before Darkwing Duck got a game of its own on the NES. And in 1992, Capcom released Darkwing Duck for the NES. Now, it seemed like Capcom had some sort of deal to produce games for Disney. There was many of them for the NES, but Capcom was definitely the right choice. The game follows the cartoon pretty good. You play as Darkwing Duck. You get to pick the level you want to play at first, and then at the end of each level, you face off against the boss, like Crackerjack, Megavolt, Liquidator, Bushroot, and a few others, trying to stop their wave of crime. Launchpad and Goslin also make an appearance as well. Now, many have compared this game to the Mega Man series, and I have to totally agree with that. The game is basically a Mega Man clone, sort of. Playing this game, you get 4 hits before you die, but you can pick up small and big health kits. Small health kits will heal a fourth of your health, while the big health kits refill your health completely. You attack by using your gas gun. At first, you start off with just normal shots out of your gas gun, but as you go through the game, you'll come across 3 kinds of special gases for your gas gun to pick up. There's lightning gas, which fires 2 bolts in a diagonal up and a diagonal down in front of you, but that's probably the worst weapon. I hate that one. Then there's the heavy gas, which drops a cloud of gas on the ground and separates itself to the left and right directions to attack the enemies. Then there's the arrow gas, which shoots out an arrow, but shooting it at a wall, it will stick to the wall so you can climb on top of it and jump onto the ledge that you couldn't reach before. So that's pretty cool. You can press the select button to toggle between a normal gas and a special gas you have collected. Now you'll need to collect gas canisters to fill up your special gas, which is done by defeating enemies. Now pressing up will make Darkwing Duck pull up his cape, which will protect him from taking damage from enemy fire. Enemies in this game include Eggmen, turtles that will shoot their shells at you like a boomerang, kangaroos in basketball uniforms attacking with basketballs. Oh, that's kind of goofy, but it is based on a cartoon. As for the challenge, it's really not that hard. As I've said, it's basically a Mega Man clone. This game has a few challenging spots, but not many. Many experienced gamers who have experience with platformers such as this should be able to pick up and play right away. Now there's no password or save features, so that sucks. Although you do get unlimited continues, so I guess that's a plus. Now as for graphics, just like the other Disney games, this one has really nice and colorful graphics. The backgrounds have a lot of detail to them and the environments feel like they're very carefully drawn. The backgrounds show off the city skyline, or when you're indoors you can see the pattern of bricks. And on levels like the bridge, you can see the connections and welds. There are both day and night levels in the game. There seem to be more night levels than there are daytime. Backgrounds are overall impressive and never get dull to look at. When it comes to characters, they all look really good. They're big and detailed enough to be easily identified who they are. The characters move really smoothly and enemies and bosses are animated well, especially for a game that came out in 1992. As for the music and sound, the first piece of music you'll hear in the game is the theme music from the cartoon, which is done pretty good. The rest of the music resembles the cartoon a lot and it's very catchy and never gets repetitive. The sound effects, as always when it comes to games that are not trying to be realistic, are a bit hard to judge. Sure, the shots may not sound like real guns, but the thing is they're not really supposed to. And as a cartoon sound effect, the quality of the sound is nothing that sounds below average, so it works really well. Capcom did a lot of Disney games back in the days of the NES, and this is by far one of my favorites. It has good sound, great graphics, and a fun gameplay. If you see it for a few dollars, by all means pick it up. It's a solid platformer, and is definitely worth playing today. Thank you for watching my review. And remember, let's get dangerous.